Jason Statham's $76 million sci-fi epic couldn't keep up with its streaming competitors. Jason Statham's Death Race has had a rough go at things since it premiered on Max at the start of the month. The film quickly raced into the top 10 but never could reach any higher than number 8, before it began to sink back down and is now out of the top 10 entirely. This is unfamiliar territory for Statham, who generally finds extraordinary streaming success with his movies, regardless of their critical reception or box office numbers. Death Race follows an ex-con who is forced by the warden to compete in a race where inmates kill each other. Fast and Furious icon Tyrese Gibson and John Wick veteran Ian McShane also star in the film, which earned a 41% score from critics and a 60% rating from general audiences on Rotten Tomatoes. Death Race was written and directed by Paul W. S. Anderson and is based on the 1975 film Death Race, 2000. Anderson made his directorial debut 30 years ago on Shopping, the dark comedy starring Jude Law and Sadie Frost, and he followed that up 1 year later with Mortal Kombat, the critically panned cult classic adaptation based on the video game series of the same name. More recently, Anderson directed Monster Hunter, the 2020 fantasy-adventure film starring Milla Jovovich and Ron Perlman. He's best known for his work on the live-action Resident Evil movies, the first of which premiered in 2002 and the franchise continued all the way through until 2016. He also directed the infamous 2004 Alien vs. Predator movie starring Sanaa Lathan and Raul Bova that's streaming on Hulu. Death Race was competing against The Polar Express and Megamind at the back of the Max Top 10, and both animated movies remained on the charts after beating Death Race. Clash of the Titans, the maligned fantasy film starring Liam Neeson and Sam Worthington, recently premiered on Max and has found streaming success, as well as Elf, the classic Christmas movie starring Will Ferrell. Joker, Folie à Deux is also now streaming on Max after leaving theaters as one of the biggest box office flops of the year. Look for Joker 2 to make a run in the Max Top 10 charts in the coming days.